Welcome to another Business Skills webinar. We have been joined by Hani today. He is here to teach us how we can make the most out of our Facebook Lives, how we can make the most of our podcast by actually repurposing the content that we are already creating. As business owners, we always create content and we're always looking for the most efficient way to repurpose what we're doing. And this is awesome. We had Hani in a little while ago. He showed us how to repurpose our podcasts and our YouTubes and live streams through to YouTube. Today, he's going to show us even more about how we can repurpose that and put it inside of our blogs and all of those sorts of things. So thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me here.
Do you want to recap and tell the community's grown by about another 5,000 since you were here last, so you better let everyone know who you are.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, so my name's Hani Mourra. I've been doing automation software for content creators for four and a half years now, and I'm a big geek when it comes to automating, because honestly believe that content is what's really important, not all the boring monotonous stuff like downloading, uploading, putting on your blog. All that stuff is not, it's important to be done, but it's not good use of your own time. So that's why I kind of build these tools to help you focus on creating awesome content for your audience and not worry about the other stuff.
Beautiful. So this is great today, and this is what we're going to talk about. So look, for most of our members, I think most of us are going live somewhere. They're trying to go live. They're trying to do all of those sorts of things. We've got a few podcasters in here watching today, and the live stream is starting to go off. So I'm just popping some stuff in there. And really, we want to, I suppose, what is the purpose about repurposing these things, especially when you're putting them together?
Yeah, I mean, the idea is you want to create the content once, and you want as many people to find out, to hear it, listen to it, watch it, read it. And like by putting on one platform, it's great. Yeah, you're going to build a following there, but how do you attract new people who don't know what a podcast is?
Yeah.
Or are not on Facebook watching your streams, that kind of thing. So your whole idea of putting the content on different platforms in different formats, audio, video, and like blog, you just get discovered more, and then you kind of funnel them to different channels. Like, let's say your podcast is where you primarily focus. You want people to subscribe to your podcast. You can attract people who find you on YouTube or who find you on your blog. You can still get them to come subscribe to your podcast, but if you never put your content elsewhere, they'll never find you, never know who you are. So
exactly.
That's the idea here, and you don't want to recreate new videos or new content for different platforms. You already have the content, so why not put it on different platforms?
Exactly. So look, guys, really from where we're sitting today is we're obviously wanting to share this amazing information, but the part of the reason I brought you in this morning is because Hani has created some tools in relation to being able to help us share our stuff on Facebook, share our Facebook Lives, share our podcasts, and actually embed them into our blogs, which in the end, we do want that traffic coming to us. That's exactly what we want happening in the world of Facebook, and the world of live streaming. So can I get you to maybe give us a bit of a tour, show us what we're doing? And guys, if you've done a podcast before, now I'm trying to watch the live stream at the same time. It's multitasking when I'm tired is never a good thing. If you've podcasted before, if you've run a live stream before, if you're starting out, let us know. Put it in the comments. Let us know where you are in this journey. And we will pop back on the live stream later if I can't keep up with the comment feed, but I'm hoping that I can. I'm hoping I'll be able to. Okay. So hopefully we can keep up with the comment stream from there. So let us know where you are in your journey. If you've created anything before, or if you're as crazy as me and, just live stream when you feel like it. No, I put a bit more system in.
Yeah, no, you gotta be consistent. That's the key. With any content you create, podcast, live stream, be consistent so your audience knows that at this time you're going live. So that you train them, right? You train them.
Exactly. I was late doing my Friday night cheer session, which is normally at 5 o'clock on a Friday night, because I was at a YouTube event and in the middle of a YouTube presentation last Friday. And it was really interesting. I did get a different level of watches, but I did have to let people know that I was going to be late. Because that's relative where we are. Okay, we haven't had anyone participate. They're not wanting to put their names up today and tell us where they are. So let's get in there and let's show them how we can make this stuff work for our businesses.
Okay, so this presentation is tailored for people who have a WordPress site. So if you have a WordPress site, you're in luck. 90%
of our population, I think, does.
It's going to save you a lot of time. So there's actually two separate WordPress plugins. I'm just going to talk about one by one first. So I'll let you, Linda, choose. You want to talk about podcasting or live streaming? What do you think is the first one?
Look, I think live streaming is definitely something where our guys are playing. So let's live stream first, and then
let's live stream. Okay, so you do a live stream on Facebook. Content's awesome. It's people watching on Facebook. A couple of days later, it's nowhere to be found. You can use a tool like Repurpose, and you can get that content onto YouTube, or you can upload to YouTube. Great, you get more exposure. But another place you really want to put your content is on your blog. So this is what these plugins do. So the plugin I'm going to demo first is called Simple Social Press. And the idea is you go live. After you're done, you will automatically have a blog post. You'll have a video, and you'll have the title, the description, and you'll have all the comments on your blog. So imagine having a blog post.
Really?
Yeah, you have a blog post with a video and comments. It's like the last time I wrote a blog post, I had maybe 0 comments, maybe 0. So here's like 20, 30, 50 comments and a video, which is longer engagement time. You can sit there, watch your video. So don't get confused. It's not actually uploading your video on your site. It's not going to like slow down your website. All we're doing is we're embedding the Facebook video replay. So
just like you'd embed a YouTube video or something like that if you were doing those.
Exactly. So that's what it does. And it does two things. It does it, I mean, besides the comments, which is super awesome, it does it all automatically. So meaning you don't have to log into your WordPress site. You go live, within an hour, you're going to have a blog post.
Yep.
You're done. You just move on with your business, right? Again, you don't need to go into WordPress, do all that stuff. So let me just show you quick basics, a quick demo of how that works.
Yeah,
so
I'm keen to know. I want the comments coming in from a Facebook Live, because even with session focus right now.
Yeah, you get that's so much value in that.
Where the people are, and when they're going to engage. That's awesome.
So there's another feature I'll show you again later, but you can actually, what I talked about, it does it after the fact, so you get the replay and puts it on your site. But we added a new feature recently where you can actually go live on your own blog. So you can have a page where just like, you don't have to do anything. You just set up a page, and then you put this little piece of code, not code, it's just called a short code in WordPress.
Yep.
You just click a button and it adds this thing there. And then all of a sudden, every time you go live, it's always the latest live on that one page. So like let's say hanymourra.com/live. It's always going to be my latest live as I go live. So that's a new feature.
That's
so
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's all automated. So let me share my screen and just show everybody what it's all about. And I won't go through all the details. I just wanted to kind of give you the gist of it, how it works.
Yeah.
We're good. You can see my screen fine? I
can see your screen. It's all working.
Perfect. Okay, so this is just your WordPress. This is my test site, so I apologize if it's messy back here. So you log in, you install the plugin, just like any other plugin, add new plugin. I'm not going to show that stuff. You got a license key, you activate it, all that stuff. Straightforward, regular plugin stuff. So once you have it going, you go into the Simple Social Press, you go to the settings, and first thing you want to do is connect it to your Facebook account. So all that does is just gives the plugin access so we can see all your videos every time you go live.
So Hani, basically what you're saying, my laziness about not getting my Ask Linda feeds into Facebook is now going to be taken care of, because this will do it automatically for me.
You never have to go to your blog again. You'll have blog posts coming out on it. It will do everything like in the past if you wanted to, and it will go going forward too. So you just can really build up your blog really, really quickly with this.
Okay,
and then I'm going to talk about Facebook Live, but just keep in mind, this can work with any Facebook video. It doesn't have to be a live video. So if you upload a video, the same rules apply. But I'm going to say live because most people, we're talking in the context of live. So first step, it gives you, it looks a little funny, but to authenticate, to connect the app with the plugin with your thing, you have to copy this code that Facebook gives you, the plugin gives you from here. You go to connect with Facebook. It opens up here, and you just paste that code in there and continue. It's going to say you want to authorize Simple Social Press. You say okay, and it might pop up and say permission to access videos. You say okay, and that's it. You come back to here, you say continue, and we're in sync. So the plugin has access to your videos. So you can see right away. I'm not going to go through and like every little setting here. We have a quick start guide, but the gist of it is a couple of main key things you want to choose. One, do you want your blog post to be live? Or do you want them to be draft? Like sometimes you want it to be a draft, so you can add more title, more description, more, whatever you want. So by default, they're all drafts. You can turn them on to be auto-published if you want. Maybe for a demo, I'll auto-publish. You can choose where do you want to get your videos from. Your personal profile, these are all my pages that I'm an admin for. So if I want to grab it from my Facebook page, I can do it. And also it works with groups as well.
Okay.
So you can do Facebook groups. So I'm going to choose personal profile for now because I have some sample videos there. You can choose all your videos or disable the automation, which some people who are not comfortable with everything imported, they want to do it one by one, they can do that. But you can stay after a specific date. So let's say starting January 1st onwards, ignore everything else I've done. You can do that as well. And you can set where you want it, which WordPress, if you have it organized by categories on your blog, etc. You can, there's a lot of cool settings here. But basically, you want to say where you want to get the videos from, and if you want to grab them all, or only after a specific date. Those are pretty much it. There's some cool filtering here about hashtags. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But that's it. And then you just go to the bottom, and say Save Settings, and I'm just going to go ahead and import. And what it's doing, now I might take a few seconds here, but what it's doing is actually making a blog post for every video and embedding the video and then pulling in all the comments. Now, just a good heads up, I don't think I have a lot of comments on my test videos, but I'll show you what it looks like. So I go to the post and go to, I think I pulled it into this category. So there, it pulled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes in like seconds. Like a few seconds.
Are they published straight away, or can they be set to draft? Or
yeah, by default they're set to draft.
So you don't find your feed. Yes.
It's the first setting here. I set it to auto publish.
Yep.
So mine are published, but yeah, you can set it to draft.
Just if you're bringing them in, guys, I would suggest that you don't flood your Facebook feed straight away. Your blog feed straight away with the whole episode. Because I'm thinking of bringing out my Friday Night Cheers series, because that'd be awesome. Yeah,
you can do it, and then you can schedule it from here. Like if you set it as a draft, you can go into WordPress and say schedule, boom, every Friday or whatever you want. So it's good to like stagger your content, and there's no point in just dumping it all out there, and then it's going to be overwhelming.
Universe doesn't like it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have a lot of comments on my test pages, but you'll see here, this is the comments page. This is the comment stuff. So I pulled in one comment here for this one post.
So the comment appears natively as a blog comment, is that right?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and view this post. I'll show you what it looks like. So when I say view, this is the blog post. The title comes from Facebook. The video is embedded, shows you how many views, etc. It all comes from Facebook. This is the Facebook embed piece. Couple cool things. There's a comment here. This is just me commenting on myself. So you just appear as native WordPress comments, and like it's awesome. Like you can have 50, 20, whatever, and it keeps updating. So like let's say later on in the replay, people comment 24 hours. Every 24 hours, we get in new comments and we put them onto your blog. So it keeps updating even after the video is published. So a couple of cool things. You can have buttons. Connect with me on Facebook, share, and then we have 6 custom buttons. You can link them to anywhere you want. If you're selling a product, you want people to sign up for a webinar or send them to a landing page, you can just have these buttons below the video.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
configurable inside the settings page. And then I didn't have it turned on, but then we go turn it on. You can turn on an email opt-in box, and I think everybody should do this.
Yes, email opt-in at the bottom of every post.
Every post. But even better, below every video, because it's a feature within the plugin, so you can add your email opt-in box. It works with pretty much any autoresponder. You copy the HTML code like Aweber or Infusionsoft or whatever, you just dump it into here, and it adds the email opt-in box. So I go ahead and refresh this page. You're gonna have an email opt-in box right below the video. So you got buttons, customizing an opt-in box below every video. You can customize the colors of the buttons to match your style and everything. Yeah. And you just imagine like every video, so you've done 20, 50 lives, you're going to have a chance to capture an email lead by just, literally with a few clicks. Within like a minute or two, you can have 20, 30, 50 blog posts, all with videos on them, and all with email opt-in boxes below the video. The key is they're watching the video, and then the opt-in is right below it.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of cool features in there as well, but the gist of it is you click a button, it imports all your existing episodes, and then that's it. Like going forward, I don't have to log into WordPress. I just go live just like I do, and then within an hour, I'll have a blog post on my site.
Fantastic.
That's it.
That's pretty awesome.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And then let me see if there's anything else I want to bring attention to. Oops, wrong button here. Yeah, so the custom buttons you can configure here. You can have 1, 2, 3, I think 6 custom buttons. You know, send people anywhere you want. There's a cool feature that you can actually, let's say you have you can have an episode specific button. You know, these buttons are all generic, but you can have one. Let's say you have a certain guest who's talking about something, you can have a button for that particular post that does something specific. So you can configure that as well. Yeah, I mean, that's,
so even if you're running a
settings
series, that sort of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, even for a particular series, you can have a certain button. Now, here's the one thing that's really cool is you can also have hashtag importing based on hashtag. So let's say you don't want, you go live and you have, let's say 2 or 3 different types of shows on your page, and you don't want, you know, your Friday night show to come on, but you want your Monday night show to come on. So you can say only import videos with a certain hashtag.
Oh, cool.
And then it'll only pull those videos in. So you have that level of flexibility to control what the content looks like, which ones it imports, and you know which WordPress category gets assigned to. So it's, if you have custom post types, if you know what that is, if you have those, you can choose those as well. So it's very flexible to make the content go where you want it. And it's, once you set it, it's automated from there on. So that is simple social prep.
Wow.
And the last thing I mentioned earlier is you can go live on your blog.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Obviously, we're not live right now, but I'm not live on my.
We're live on BB, but we're not. Yeah, not live on your profile.
Not on my. Yeah, exactly. Not on my Facebook, but I can. It's as simple as I can say add a new page, and say let's just call this. I'm using this new Facebook editor here.
Oh, I haven't made that change yet.
I'm just tinkering with it, make sure it's compatible with the plugins. Now I don't know how to use it. Okay, that wasn't good. How do I edit the cloud here?
It's all blocks.
I gotta get this block out of here. How do I do this? Okay, maybe I'll just make a post for now. Sorry, I apologize. I wasn't planning on doing this part of the demo. So I'll make a regular blog post.
Well, welcome to the new WordPress editor.
Yeah. Oh my God. How do I switch it back? There's a way to switch it back, but anyway, the whole idea is maybe in the code editor. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to use it yet. So basically, you would put something. You would type in. There's usually a toolbar there. You click a button and it will add this special code called SSP Live. I think it is.
Yep.
And that's it. You add that to one page, and then that page will always be showing you your current live. And if you're not live, it will show a custom message that says, no, we're not live right now, come back later. Kind of thing.
Okay.
So you can set up the page one, so it's always your latest live without you having to go into WordPress.
And guys, if you were setting that up in particular, and we're setting up our live page, like this is just me from the marketer sitting here going, this is awesome. But if you're going to set up your live stream page and for like me, down the bottom, I'd be putting in feeds to my archives for my Friday night cheers sessions, for the Ask Linda live sessions, and putting in feeds that are going to feed directly into your thing. And if you do go regularly live on a Friday night, or you do go regularly live in a particular time, pop a calendar button in, so that people can put a calendar reminder in their calendar, so that you can therefore make that then live stream page work. But you can then also be sharing that live stream to other people, so that they know that the URL's there. It's going to pop up in their calendar with a preset calendar date, and that URL to remind that you're going to be there at Friday night or whatever night it is.
Right. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. It's because you're right. It's a regular page. You can do whatever you want, customize it any way you want. You can just add this usually the button on top, and then the video will appear here, but everything else you can make it look as nice as you want. Invite people to the archives, like you said. Brilliant idea. Seriously,
I can't wait to get. Why do I have to rebuild Family Capers website this week? Oh, now I want to go play with this in my site and go, okay, my lives across.
No,
So
it's awesome. Like once you use it, it's like I don't ever have to make a blog. Like I don't have to do this ever manually again. This is so awesome.
mm,
So
I've
yeah, I
tagged a
love
few
it.
members inside the group already and said, just come and watch this because I know they're avid live streamers and this takes care of the blogging part for them as well. So I
Yeah,
strongly
yeah,
suggest, guys,
yeah.
that you jump in there and use it and just set them to draft until you're 100% certain. So, okay,
Exactly.
we're obviously doing this from the Facebook Live point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any questions so far about the live? I'm checking the live stream as well on the phone. Don't see anything. Have you got any questions, guys? Pop it up in the Q&A. Let us know if you've got any questions, because this is pretty awesome in how easy it is for us to be able to get this stuff out there
Yeah,
and use that sort of stuff. And we've got a special code today, don't we? BBB30. I can't get my referral link for you at the moment, but I'll grab that. I'll grab that with you, Hani, at another stage. But if you use the code BBB30, that's going to get you a 30% discount off being able to use the system here. So I'm just popping that in, and I'll pop that into the thread here, and I will grab some links later for you guys if you want to use a BBB referral link and look after us, look after the team. Otherwise, just jump in there and grab the offer anyway. It'll be fine because, yes, for some reason I couldn't find what I needed to find this morning. Oh,
yeah.
we'll follow up,
Good.
and I'll follow that one up later.
Yeah, no, we'll get that set up for sure. And
Yeah.
so like this, like for anybody who's already using the repurpose.io, this is
Oh, love Repurpose.
perfect tool that complements what you're doing, right? You're taking your content, you're putting it on different platforms. Obviously, you want to have it on your own platform, right?
Yeah.
Your own website, your own home base, and then, because really that's the only way to capture an email address, right? To have
Yeah.
that deeper integration. You can't capture emails on Facebook or on YouTube. Those channels are great for getting exposure, getting people to discover you, but ultimately you want to funnel them back to your site. So they're all like, these tools complement each other so nicely. You don't need to have both, but
No.
like they don't rely on each other, but they work like what it produces complements each other really nicely.
But bearing in mind, guys, you're looking from my point of view, when we're talking about video marketing and we're talking about using tools like this in particular, we are looking at repurposing, obviously, our Facebook live streams to YouTube or vice versa. And we're looking at repurposing our podcasts and our content to these areas. So there is an advantage to having both. There's an advantage to being able to embed some of your YouTube content into your website because it's nice and easy to do. But then to automate this process, just make sure that you don't put the sweary, ranty ones that you don't want it forever living. But once you put it on social media, it's out there anyway. Make sure that you're checking them. I would set it to, but I'm cautious. I set all my Repurpose IO stuff to draft too, to make sure that I want the stuff going across the right channels.
No, people do that all the time.
And you tweak it. You then tweak it, guys.
Exactly.
You then put your hashtags in, you put your tags in. And the one thing that I learned from YouTube the other day is you make sure your custom images are right and you've used the right tags and the right titles and the right keywords. And what you may have chosen to go live with on Facebook Live isn't going to be the right title for going over to YouTube. So it's about setting up those things. But then, yes, being able to use this in your blog post. Does it bring the, Hanny, this is my question, does it bring the description over? So quite often when I go live, I've got a description and a whole heap of links that I pop in. Does that come over with the blog post as well?
Yeah, so if you set up everything in advance, it will all come into your blog automatically. Title and description, everything will come as title of Facebook will equal title of WordPress. Description of Facebook will become your description on WordPress. So,
cool. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? Because I normally put all the links and everything in. That's cool.
Yeah, you do the work once. That's the key. You do the work once on Facebook, and then that's it. It's just the same content shows up on your blog. So,
and your Facebook Live watching keeps going, and the video keeps getting engagement, which is what we want.
Yeah, exactly. It's a view on Facebook. Like it's just getting more people watching this content on your site. Yep. So we talked Facebook Live. So we have it's actually an older tool, meaning like it was born first, but the older child, but
the older child in the family.
Very similar functionality for podcasting.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have a podcast, we can do the same thing. We could take every single episode, make a blog post or what's called show notes page, in the industry, podcasting world, the show notes page.
Podcasting world, yes.
Yeah, and basically same idea. Basically a post, blog post, and we have our own audio player. Really nice audio player. It's mobile friendly, works on mobile and everything.
Wow.
And it's fully automated, and there's a lot of cool features there. So I'll be happy to show that one as well.
Please do, because that's my project for next project.
Yeah. Oh, you'll
Except
love
when
it.
I get side streamed by Clive's project. So side streamed by putting my Facebook Lives in there, but this is Clive's. We're setting up a podcast for Clive. The name has been set. The platforms we think we've chosen. It could all change tomorrow though, because we're getting, great minds coming in and working on it. But I'm looking for the easiest process of, once it's published, where do we share it? How do we share it to his blogs? How do we, look, we're a team of copywriters, and we'll always say you should write new copy, but hey, we also know that business doesn't work like that. Yeah, no, this will save you a lot of time. So if you're taking the time to, let's say, whatever podcast platform you choose, you put your title, you do the proper description, and you do all the work up front, it pulls all that information, becomes the title of your blog post, and that description from your podcast episode will become the description of your blog post. We have a nice audio player, really cool, really slick stuff. Oh, cool. The plugin's called Simple Podcast Press. So the first one was Social, which is the Simple Social Press with the Facebook Live. Yep. So social equals Facebook. But then Simple Podcast Press is the podcast plugin, and actually this one, it looks like this. For those who haven't seen it before. Yep. The podcast player itself. Oh, that's funky. We have our own audio player. We got the same similar style buttons, customizable. So you saw email opt-in box below every episode. The important stuff, but this is where it gets cool. Like here, like if someone's listening to this, and then they can click on, let's say I can jump to the 37-second mark, and I can jump to the 1 minute mark. Wow. I'm just going to pause it because I'm not sure if you can hear me talking over myself. No, we can't hear you. Okay, but the idea is like these timestamps, like for you as a content creator, you just put the time, like in the show notes, you put 1:02, and automatically it becomes clickable automatically. The plugin makes them all clickable. So if someone really can navigate your audio and catch the key highlights without having to sit there and listen and fast forward. Oh, did I miss this part? You give them this, and they love it. Like people love, like me personally, when I listen to a podcast, typically I listen to it on my like iTunes or whatever, or podcast app, and on my phone, and then I want to go back and like re-listen to something. Yes. I love it when they give me the keynotes. I can just jump in and just, all right, this is the part I want to learn about. Go click here and the player two. Yep. Okay. Definitely using this. So really, really cool. So it's really easy to set up as well. I'm trying to look at my notes here. Yeah. Email opt-in box buttons. If you're big on iTunes, we show you all your iTunes reviews as well. We pull them all in from all over the world, all different countries. We show them all. You can show them off on your site. All the 4 and 5 star reviews, you can show them off on your site. There's so many cool features. We don't show off the 3 and under, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so the idea is, how it works is, it's very similar to what I showed you earlier. So it's a separate plugin called Simple Podcast Press. I'll show you really quick, like how to set it up and how to import the episodes. So you go Simple Podcast Press, and if you're already on iTunes, you can put your iTunes URL. If you're not on iTunes yet, you can just put in your podcast feed that you get from your podcast host. This is my test feed I have from Libsyn. You just copy it from Libsyn, you paste it here, and this works with anything. It works with any platform that's got RSS feed or podcast feed. Which is required if you want to be on iTunes. It's fully compatible. So, we don't rely on any podcast host. And then these are the settings. So like you have you want to auto publish or draft, similar to before. They're very similar. Plugins are very similar look and feel. You can choose all episodes or only after a specific date. There's some image features. I won't go into all this stuff, but you can customize the player. You can have a black player, white player, custom color player. There's so many features. I'm not even going to go into it because it's all evolved over the past 4 years. And people are saying, I want this and I want that. I want this and I want that. Fantastic.
All right. All the buttons are customizable. Got the new iTunes buttons and I said new Google Podcast buttons and SoundCloud. you name it. Spotify, if you're on Spotify, you can look up Spotify. There's a ton of buttons. So you have full flexibility. I'm going to turn some of these off because it looks kind of funny when I have like
have them all on.
20 buttons on. It doesn't look so good. So I'm just turn some of these off just to give you a real feel for the player. And then, email opt-in, that's it. So I just save changes, import episodes. It'll take a few seconds. And
oh my gosh. So this will cover our show notes for Clive stuff. We won't have to do a second lot.
You just do it once on.
Yay!
So it pulled in 8 podcast episodes.
Yeah, this spins what we're going to be doing. So.
Yeah, a lot of people love it because it's automatic, and the player is nice, and it works on mobile, which is key. Most people listen on mobile. Yep. So if you have a player that's not really, it's awkward to navigate when you're on your phone.
It doesn't work.
So I pulled in total 19 podcast episodes, and I'm just going to go filter to my podcast category because that's where I pulled them all into. So yeah, they're all here. And if you have keywords, if you have tags in there, they'll pull in the tags.
Fantastic.
And they give you the option for tags. You can do that. Let's see what this looks like. Don't ignore the colors. Colors are funky. But basically, you can customize all of these colors, obviously.
Fantastic.
I pulled in the image from your podcast feed and the title and description, the timestamp. So you can put the timestamps right into your show notes.
Okay, great.
And then automatically, they became clickable automatically. I didn't have to do anything. So everything's automated. It's so it's amazing. People love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and that's it. You can hit play and listen, and it's just another way to get your content on your blog without having to have somebody do it, or you to remember to go back to your blog and do it.
Fantastic. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Yay.
So that one is
excited about that.
Podcast, right? Yeah. So if you're podcasting and you're doing all your work on another site, like, say Libsyn or Audio Boom, whatever podcast host you're doing it on, I'm not going to judge. They're all good.
Not going to judge. They're all good.
So whatever you do, it's good. And then this is another way to get them on your blog without doing any extra work.
Fantastic. That is awesome. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here, guys. Apologies for that. That's what happens when you work the crazy hours. Okay, well, that is great. So for our guys who are podcasting or your Facebook live streaming, this is a way to boost your online content, your web content, your SEO content, and getting your people to subscribe, which is what we want to do with the Big Skills webinars. I want to show you something different each week, and how you can do that. And when we had Hani on showing us Repurpose, it was pretty cool in seeing what we could do in repurposing our videos. But seriously, I'm actually quite glad that I haven't kicked his podcasting into gear, because that just saves us a whole heap of time. And even if we want to manually go and add a little bit more copy or a little bit more notes, we can still do so. But the player and everything is going to be awesomely in there for us. So that is great to see. So I'm super excited. So there's been a kind offer from Hani to take 30% off any of these plugins if you want to use them within your business. So the code is BBB30. Pretty straightforward and pretty obvious for you guys to be able to get in there, share the services and those sorts of things, and get them out there. And can I get you pop the links into the chat bar for everyone, please? Because you got them up on your screen rather than me ducking off and grabbing them. And we will go and grab these links so that you can be able to take part in that offer. Facebook Live, guys, I'll come back and put those links in very shortly in the Facebook Live stream for you as well. But if you've been looking at podcasting, if you've been looking at chatting, jump in and have a look at this, because it's pretty awesome software. And if you're already an avid Facebook Live user, like I know a number of our members are, then this is a great way of being able to turn your Facebook Live content into blog posts and reuse the content that you're already creating. So have a look at that and see what you can get started up around those ones. Wow. So why Hani's putting the links in, I'm just going to recap everyone, because I know we were a later start this week and I want to make sure that you're all still getting back to your life and getting a lunch break today. We have got Keegan from Lumen 5 coming and joining us again next week, and he's going to show you how to create videos in minutes. And if you think you know Lumen 5, you'll be very surprised, as I was when I logged in the other day to find out there's a heck load more features in there, and that's only what I can see, so I can only imagine what we're going to get shown of how we can create video without stepping in front of the camera very nicely with that one. And then we have got Josh from Focuster coming in to actually teach us how to do more without working harder. I don't know
I
about
like
anyone.
that.
I like that secret. Yep. You need to be joining us for that one. You'll need to be back from Ninja Warrioring by that time, or at least watch the
Yeah.
replay.
Or
And
listen on the way back.
on the way back, yeah, you can jump into live stream on the way back. But we're going to be looking at how, as business owners, we can work smarter, not harder, and get more productive results. And I think everyone wants to know the secret to that one, even if you do think you work pretty productively right now. So guys, once again, thank you for joining us for a skills webinar this week. This one in particularly was just a little bit shorter, but I wanted to show you some pretty amazing stuff with what Hani's got here. Make sure that you register for the skills webinars. We are running them every Tuesday. There's a little bit of a break in October again while I'm on the road, but we are running them every Tuesday at 11 a.m. most mornings. And Clive's got, in talking in relation to his podcast and getting those things up and running, he's also got a business questions answered webinar where you can tap into his 30 plus years of business experience and ask him any question that you want to know about business. So that is on the skills webinar page as well. Thanks for joining us, Hani. It's been great to see you and hear that you've survived Ninja Warrioring tonight.
We'll do it again next week.
Do it again. And look, I'm sure next year we will have more to come in and show and chat and share with the members. You can also, guys, tag Hani in the BBB group if you want to, got a question or need to know something more on today's webinar or the replay. Tag him, ask him questions. He's there to answer, just like all of our members are. So thanks, guys. Have a great week, and I will see you the same time next week. Well, actually, different time next week, but see you at 11 o'clock next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.